Today on Your Life Redefined, we're heading to the Caribbean. We're taking a look at multi-generation vacations.
Here comes Brandon! I stayed on, Brandon! I stayed on!
See how this latest travel trend is bringing generations together. Plus tips to create a healthy, stress-free trip.
Chef, you're a brave man to allow me into your kitchen.
And later, we're in the kitchen with 3 healthy Caribbean recipes.
It's your life limit!
That's all coming up next on Your Life Redefined. Welcome to today's edition of Your Life Redefined. We're here on Provinciales, or Provo for short. This 38-mile island is part of the Turks and Caicos chain of islands here in the Caribbean. Today we're taking a look at one of the most popular trends in the travel industry, family vacations. And when I say family, I mean family.
Would I have done that slide, except that the grandchildren were there? Absolutely not.
Ann Herding is the first to admit she and her husband Brian are doing things on this family vacation they would have never found themselves doing on their own.
The screaming started at the top when she wasn't even moving yet, and continued the whole way to the bottom, and that was a classic.
When you have the kids with you, they push you into situations that are not necessarily comfortable. Like my mom would never have done what I did on this vacation at 60. I know that. She just would not. But I think my generation we're more, I feel we are more flexible and a little bit more adventurous. And the kids push us into stuff that we wouldn't necessarily do. And that's, I think, the key. They push us into doing things that we are not comfortable with, but we do it because we don't want to let ourselves down in front of the kids. We're like, okay, we can do this, we can do this.
And I think that's what keeps us young. It's the kids. Otherwise we with old people doing old things, rather than new things with young kids.
The Herdings of Toronto, Canada chose a Caribbean destination to celebrate their 40 years of marriage with their kids and grandkids. And these guys came equipped with a sense of humor.
We're celebrating our 40th wedding anniversary. Yes, a big one. We considered divorce, but we thought, no, let's do the beaches instead.
Happy anniversary, Nana and Granddad. Cheers! Yay!
So Beaches and Sandals has been known for popularity for a destination wedding, and having this trend with the renewal, it's a great opportunity for a lot of couples now who have got married 20 years ago and allowing their kids to be involved in that ceremony. It brings back memories for them, and also with regard to the grandparents, having their grandkids to be there also, it's a big trend now.
I like the characters, how they walk around.
Vacation destinations that cater to everyone from babies to baby boomers are a popular trend in our country ever since the recent difficulties we've been through. Truly something for everyone.
What we have seen in the hotel industry, especially after September 11, after a time of tragedy, when a big impact was with the families, we have seen that the old values are coming back to our clients. People remembering the brothers and the sisters and the grandparents and the parents. So what we have seen after September 11 and after the financial crisis in 2009, that is a new trend, or a trend back to be a trend, that families traveling with their families and members together. So what we experience here, to have families with 4, 5, 6 rooms. The brother is traveling together with his sister's family. They are bringing back the grandparents on their trips back here to the Caribbean, and they all have a fantastic family time.
We cater to everybody from 0 to 99. And it's a fantastic multi-generational resort, so everybody can come here and have a fantastic time.
All-inclusive destinations such as this one are a popular choice these days because they basically offer something for everyone. Suzanne is the single member of the Herding family on this trip.
It's been great. I mean, what's nice about this resort is that it caters to so many different people, so I don't feel like if I want to be part of the kids' activities, I can also go off and do my own thing. Like the scuba diving is fantastic here. It's amazing scuba diving in the marine park out front of the resort, which is just amazing. And that's all included, as well as like the surf simulator. There's so many things, paddle boarding, you can do so many things. It's hard to fit it all into a week.
Multi-generation destinations not only offer you the chance to try something new, but they also provide the opportunity to connect with your family and extended family members.
My son-in-law, I was, didn't know him as well, obviously, as my own children. So I got to know him a lot better, and I'm actually quite pleased to say that he, exceeded my expectations on this trip, so that was good. Even though he is a troublemaker, he did exceed my expectations.
Although Tim and Lorraine live quite close to where we live, it's like a 7-minute drive really from door to door. But they're so busy in their lives that they're, like we're coming in, we're going out, they're going out, they're coming in. We don't really spend quality time together. Here we have, which has amazed me the most of all, is that we've had so many dinners as a family together, because I said to them when I booked this, I said, I just want one family dinner. That's all I ask from you. But we've actually nearly had all our family dinners together, and that's been great. That's what we've loved best of all. It's good fun. Yeah, that's been wonderful.
When we come back, we're taking an in-depth look at how to create a healthy and stress-free multi-generation vacation. Next on Your Life Redefined.
Here comes Brandon! I stayed on, Brandon!
Welcome back. We're on location in the Caribbean on the beautiful island of Turks and Caicos, taking a look at the latest travel trend in our country, multi-generation vacations. We're following the Herding family from Toronto, Canada. This is a very special trip for Anne and Brian. They're celebrating 40 years of marriage. Traveling with them is their single daughter, Suzanne, the videographer and adventurer, daughter Lorraine, who's a busy mother and triathlete, son-in-law Tim,
You made me a promise. The clock is ticking.
and granddaughters Emma and Sonia.
So we've had lots of fun as a family together. That's what's important.
Any words of advice for any viewers out there that might be thinking about it, contemplating it? Because sometimes being together could be kind of tough. I mean, any secrets to this trade in the sense of how to have a successful trip?
Separate rooms? No, space is important.
The layout of the room is really important. We have the family suite, so we've got the kids in their own sort of room with the dividing door, so it allows, Tim and I to have some time in the evening if we want to read a book or watch a TV show or just talk. The kids have their own room, so it doesn't bother them if we're still up. And then, my parents and my sister in another room, but they're nearby, so it's, not like everybody's right on top of each other. There's been unexpected moments, like where we're all going down the water slide together. I never would have thought my mom would have done that or been a part of that moment, but she did it. And snorkeling, we planned and we had all these ideas of what everybody would want to do so everybody would be happy. But there's been a lot of unexpected moments. Like my husband and I were going to go for dinner alone one night, and then he kind of said, hey, can your parents and your sister come? Because it's just a lot of fun being with them. So we didn't expect. My parents definitely would not have expected him to say that.
Yeah, that shocked them a little bit. Yeah.
So I think it's
Another good tip is a sense of figuring out what everybody likes and having me time, family time. I think the other thing is not having expectations of a trip, don't you think?
Yeah. You have to manage your expectations. My husband, if he'd had his way, we would have had a 50-foot catamaran and been down somewhere on that, all of us together.
Bareboat.
Tim figures that one of us would have ended up at the bottom of the ocean with concrete boots on, if not two, being so confined to that small space. So this was why we booked here. It's so much better, so much space, everybody can do their own thing.
Have you guys tried something new? Did something different here? Have you never do before?
I've never tried paddleboarding, and it's expensive to try it in Toronto, but it was great to get a board and go out and see if I liked it so that if I'd know if I want to try it again in Toronto or not.
Well,
The water slide.
the water slide I think, has been my big achievement of this vacation. And also the snorkeling. I've snorkeled a couple of times before, but I was really comfortable yesterday snorkeling. I really kind of felt that I mastered it. It's the first time I've ever walked in from a beach into snorkel, which was quite an adventure.
And what happened walking out?
And then walking out, I fell in the water, but that's okay. We don't talk about that.
What was the best activities here?
Baking cookies with Cookie Monster. And watching Birds with Big Bird.
watching birds with Big Bird. That's right.
And how about you?
I like the surf simulator.
As you get older, it's all about moments. You learn that life's about moments. So the trick is to bring the moments closer together, so to make it better all the time.
We are at the age where my mom passed away, my dad is aging, my aunt, who's a very special person in my life, just died last January. Brian's mom and dad passed away. So all of these people are dying, and then, you know, you have these wonderful children come into your life, and it's like your spirit is almost reborn again.
Now, if just the thought of planning a multi-generation vacation is stressing you out, here are some tips to help you create a healthy and memorable trip. Brainstorm and plan the trip together. You want to openly talk about interests, favorite activities, and dream destinations. Consider health, safety, and personality issues. The trip should cater to the needs of all ages. Set a budget that everyone can afford. Set a comfortable pace. Keep in mind each family member's preference for waking hours, activity schedules, dining hours, and need for sleep, and plan accordingly. And last but not least, pack a great attitude. Stay flexible and positive. Coming up next on Your Life Redefined, we're in the kitchen with 3 Caribbean-inspired recipes. Next on Your Life Redefined. One of my favorite things about traveling is there's always a chance to try something new. Today's episode of Your Life Redefined is dedicated to multi-generation vacations. And if you're thinking about planning one key ingredient to keep in mind is food preferences or any dietary restrictions. You want to keep these in mind before choosing a destination, not after. Joining me in the kitchen here is Executive Chef Colin Watson and also Chef Eric Cousin. Guys, I cannot even imagine how challenging it is to create dishes for people of all ages and then also keep in mind healthy options too.
We've got our own culinary food program here, looking after all sorts of dietary requests. Gluten-free, diabetic, no nuts. That's probably our main 3 right there. No nuts, gluten-free and diabetic's the main. Healthy options is a big request as well. Low sodium, alcohol-free, no sugar, no onion, no garlic.
Well, we actually have a very special treat for our viewers today. We're going to be whipping up 3 different recipes, everything from children in mind to, of course, healthy options.
So the pancakes is a kid's steamed pancake. Okay, nice and fresh, nice and light. Fresh fruits in there: berries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and some banana. All naturally sweetened, no added sugar to the batter itself. The batter itself very simple to produce. Gluten-free flour, which helps with allergies. Eggs, a little bit of milk, tiny little touch of olive oil or vegetable oil. Simply grilled straight up on the flat top. Good to go. Kids love it. Okay, we've got a sugar-free syrup, which is also healthy. So it's just a regular syrup, no sweetness in it whatsoever, but flavoured, which also helps with the dietary concerns. So this is one of our healthy options on the menu. It's locally caught mai mai. We simply prepare it with our pepper sauce. It's a Sandals lifestyle pepper sauce. Completely natural, selection of peppers, preserved with fruit juice, so it's completely natural. We simply take the mai itself, marinate it for about 6 hours, simply season it with a little bit of salt, grill it straight up on the grill, and we're going to serve it today with a nice little fresh watercress salad, a roasted red pepper jus, lovely and fresh.
Do we help you with the fish here?
Just
How long on each side?
the pepper marination started to cook the fish already, so we're going to do that about 2.5 minutes on the first side to let it get the colour from the grill.
Okay.
Once we flip it over, we're going to check to see how firm the fish is.
Okay.
Some fish take the marination much quicker than others, so the texture of the fish will tell me when it's cooked and when it's not cooked.
Chef, you're a brave man to allow me into your kitchen. You are. Okay, I'm going to try. So basically 2.5 minutes, it's shrinking up, and I'm just going to flip this over nicely, okay?
There you go. Just loosen it along, that's it.
Oh, this is beautiful. Okay?
Straight over. Good to go.
And then another 2.5 minutes on this side.
Yep, we're good to go. You can actually see that the fish already is a nice colour, it's white. You can see it's cooked through. For the trained hand,
okay,
you're going to feel it's still a little bit softer.
Yep,
okay, just when it starts to firm up, that's you knowing that the fish is ready.
We're on a roll on this week's cooking segment because we have a third recipe you guys are going to share with us. Give us a taste of the islands for our viewers. What are we whipping up here?
This is an island-style barbecued chicken. Okay, we got a tamarind barbecue sauce, which can be used for chicken, can be used for steak, can even be used for lamb. Basically, any meat application can be used for. We've marinated the chicken for 24 hours to really take the flavour of the tamarind and the barbecue. We're going to let it get nice and dark on the grill to let that smoky flavour come through the skin of the chicken. So when you're actually cooking or searing the chicken, should you feel it getting a little bit dark, that's part of the character of the dish. Okay, that charred flavour that you're going to get from the grill really adds some flavour to the final dish. Now this one we're going to serve with a nice little fresh couscous salad. We've got some beef steak tomatoes. And we've got a nice fennel and apple slaw. A much healthier version of coleslaw, shredded apple, shredded fennel, orange juice, fresh ginger, salt and pepper, and some chopped mint. So I'm going to finish off the plating for the seared mai. So it's pepper scotch mai with some fresh watercress and a simple red pepper jus. I'm simply going to take the red pepper jus and just do a nice little spot on the plate.
Presentation's important, isn't it?
Very, very. I'm just going to clean the spoon off and then use the back of the spoon to pull the sauce there. Very nice and simple. I'm going to take a nice little selection of fresh watercress. Just on here. Same on here. And the watercress is actually being produced on island. It's hydroponically grown with our local supplier. I'm going to take just a little dressing of the balsamic. This is just natural balsamic vinegar. And then a little bit of olive oil just to season off the leaves. I'm going to take the mai itself, okay, which we grilled. Simply set it on the salad. That's us ready to go. Nice and simple, nice and healthy. Pepper scotch mai, fresh from the ocean, fresh watercress salad, red pepper jus.
So the chicken just came out of the grill. We put a little nest of the fennel salad on the bottom of the chicken. We made a ring of fresh tomatoes, steak tomatoes, and a couscous inside. Inside the couscous you have the semoule, you have a little raisin, carrots, salt, pepper, a little bit of fresh mint also. Pop it inside, we put it into the ring, we pop it out, and we garnish with a little bit of sauce, we used to marinate our chicken with, just as a presentation, et voila.
If you'd like more information about these dishes or more healthy recipes, be sure to check out our show's website, rl.tv. All right, guys, time for a taste test. This fish is outstanding. I'll take one more bite here, and then I'm going to move on to the chicken, and then I'm going to do the pancakes, and we'll be right back.
It's now time for some trivia. This island nation was the first to commemorate the late Elvis Presley on a postage stamp in 1978. The answer when we come back. Did you figure out our trivia question? Well, the answer is C. Grenada issued an Elvis stamp 1 year after his death. The first Elvis stamp issued in the United States came 15 years later.
Welcome back to Your Life Redefined. I hope you're enjoying today's show. You know, while the goal of a family vacation is to create shared memories, one thing I learned this week while filming this show is that when you're sorting through all the travel options, you definitely want to build in some private time.
C'est moi. We have Mike Shanahan. We have my wife Jan. We have my grandson Jacob. We have my granddaughter Jillian. We have my daughter-in-law Karen. We have my son Joshua. We have my daughter Sarah. We have my son-in-law Timothy. And we have Blake, our newest addition to the family.
We have fun.
This may be little Blake's first official family vacation, but for the Shanahans from Michigan, they're pretty much old pros when it comes to planning the perfect family trip. Well, some of them may not have been quite so perfect.
He actually got hepatitis in Mexico. Yeah.
Doctor, I get a rash.
And as far as romantic getaways go, nothing more romantic than your mother-in-law, father-in-law knocking on your door at 6 o'clock.
Still, even through all those quirky moments of travel, good memories overrule, and the bonding experience with their children and grandchildren have been simply priceless.
Next year we'll have another one.
There are no issues traveling together. We have a great time. And the kids, as soon as the leaves fall off the trees in Michigan, start counting the days until our family vacation.
They look forward to this more than Christmas.
The Shanahan family has traveled all over the Caribbean, but for the past 3 years, they've found themselves coming back to the island of Turks and Caicos because of a favorite family-friendly resort that offers a wide range of activities and the opportunity to escape from it all.
The fact is, it has everything for everybody, from the very young to the very old. Right, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Whenever your regulator's out of your mouth, what should we do? Should we play bubbles? Yeah?
This is an exciting day for Jacob. He has been taking diving lessons at the resort, and today he's taking the plunge into the dive pool not only with his instructor, but with his father and grandfather by his side.
Okay, you let me know when you get a 500. Okay?
Was it scary?
It wasn't scary?
It
was a little scary. There you go.
Talk about an amazing way for generations to come together and create memories. That's what it's all about.
And people are starting to forget what families are all about. Spending time, quality time, away from cell phones, televisions, and games.
Jan and I travel a lot, and we look forward to this particular vacation every year with the family. It is our best vacation. And
This is what they will remember.
we'll remember love.
We have for each other.
So whether you're planning a road trip, cruise, or even doing some international travel to connect with your children and grandchildren, the key thing to remember is that a little research and preparation time goes a long way when it comes to creating a vacation of a lifetime. That's all the time we have left today. Remember, it's your life, live it, and live it well. We'll see you next time.